Hello everyone, it's Mr. Salimata over here, and in today's lesson we'll be looking at factors. Yes, and by the end of this lesson every student should be able to find factors of a certain number and understand what a factor is. Now, talking about factors, what is a factor? Yes, a factor is a whole number that divides exactly into another whole number. Now, I'm using the term exactly. What do I mean by that? What I mean is a whole number that divides into another whole number without leaving any remainder. Now, let's try to find factors of some certain numbers. Yes, let's try to go with, what whole number can we choose? Let's go with 14. Yes, let's say 14. Yes, so we want to find the factors of 14, right? And we did say that a factor is a whole number, yes, that would what? Divide into another number without leaving any remainder. So do you guys think of any numbers, yes? Can you guys think of any numbers that would divide, yes? Would divide 14, would divide into 14, yes? Would go into 14 without leaving any remainder? Let's think. 1, yes? So let's go with 1. Yes, if we divide 1 into 14, that gives us what? That gives us 14. Any other number? 2. Yes, if we divide 2 into 14, that will give us what? 7. Can you guys think of any other number? Should we try 3? Yes, let's try 3. Okay, 14 by 3. That would give us about 4.66. The number keeps going on, right? Now, if we look at this number, if we round it off, yes, this is like a 7, yes, then it has a remainder here, 7. So that means 3 is definitely not a factor of 14. Any other number? 4, 5, well, let's go with 5. Let's try. Yes, 5, that will give us about 2.8. And it has a remainder over here. Yes, so that means 5 and 3 are definitely not factors of 14. So then we can say that the factors of 14 are 1, 2, 7, and 14. I'm calling out these numbers in what? Ascending order. Yes? So that means the factors of 14 then, yes, will be 1, 2, 7, and 14. So these are the factors of what? Of 14. Now, there's another way in which we can find factors of a certain number. Yes? So what I mean by that is we can find two pairs, right? We can find a pair of two numbers that when we multiply those whole two numbers would give us what? Would give us a certain number that we're looking for. Yes? But in our case, that would be 14. Yes? So we have to find what? Two numbers that when we multiply them, they should give us what? They should give us 14. And we call those, yes, we call those numbers as what? Factor pairs. And in my case, yes, I would recommend you guys to use factor pairs to find factors. Yes, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you definitely meet another subtopic or topic that requires you to find prime factors. And when we're talking about prime factors, yes, if you find yourself being told or being asked to find prime factors, and you already have an idea of how to find factors of a certain number using factor pairs, it would be easy for you to what? To draw a tree. Yes, a factor tree. Yes, later on I will do a video on that, a lesson on that. Yes, so that you guys can know what I'm talking about. Yes, so now remember, factor pairs are two numbers. Yes, numbers that would multiply, yes, to give us a certain number, yes, which is in our case 14. So let's do that. Yes, two whole numbers. So we have what? 14. Yes, we have 14 over here. So what two numbers are we talking about? Now one thing that you have to put in mind is when we're talking about factor pairs, the first pair that has to come is you have to multiply 1 and the number itself. So what I mean by that is 1 multiplied by 14, that will give us 14, right? Any other number. 2 multiplied by 7, that gives us what? That gives us 14. You guys think of any other two numbers that would multiply to give us 14? 3. What number? No. 4. No. 5. No. 6. No. 7. Yes. But here is the catch. We have already used 7 over here. So when it comes to factor pairs, yes, or rather when we're finding those two numbers, yes, those two numbers that we are multiplying, whenever you reach a stage when a number starts repeating, you have to stop. Yes, you have to stop. So in our case, we just have to stop there, right? And our factors of 14 will then be what? 1, 2, 7, and 14. The same factors that we found by dividing. Yes? Okay, so now let's try to look at another number. Yes? Let's try to look at another number. What number should we take? Let's take 24. Yes? Let's try to find factors of 24. Yes? Let's try to find factors of 24. Yes? We are using factor pairs. Yes? And remember, the first thing I said is what? 1 by the number itself. Yes? So 1 multiplied by 24. What are the numbers? 2 multiplied by what? By 12. Any other number? Yes. 3. Yes? 3 multiplied by 8. Yes? Any other number? 4. Yes, 4 multiplied by 6. Yes? All these pairs, yes, would give us what? Would give us 24. Can you guys think of any other numbers? Let's see. 5, no. 6, yes, right? Yes, but remember I said whenever you reach a point where a number starts repeating, you have to what? To stop. So we have to stop right here. So then the factors of 24 are in ascending order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24, right? So these are the factors of 24, right? Okay, so now let's try to look at a higher number. Let's take 50. Yes? Sorry, I'm going to use my hands to erase. I just left my eraser there and I don't want to move. Sorry about that. So I'll just do that. Yes? Yeah. Okay, so let's try 50. Yeah? We're using factor pairs, right? So remember, 1 by itself. Yes? Any other number? Pair 2 by 25. Any other numbers that would multiply to give 50? 3, no. 4, no. 5, yes. 5 by 10 would give us 50. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, no. 10, yes, but the number is what? Is repeating now. Yes, so we have to stop. So in our case, the factors of 50 will then be what? Will then be 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50, right? So these would be the factors of 50, right? Now, something has just come in my mind right now. I know along the way, you might be asked to find a number, yes? To find a number, or rather you'll be asked something like, how many factors does a certain number have? Yes? So let's deal with that kind of a question. Yes? Let's deal with that kind of a question. Yes? Allow me to just write it here. Yes? So what I mean is, you might meet a question that is asking you, that will go about how many factors does, let's say 36 have? Yes? You're asked this question. Yeah? So what's the first thing that we can do? The first thing that we can do is find the factors of what? 36, right? And remember, we're using what? Factor pairs, right? Well, if you want, you can simply find all numbers that can divide 36 without leaving any remainder, but I would recommend you to use factor pairs. Yes? Okay, so let's go about it. So that's 1 by 36. Yes? Any other number? 2 by 18. Right? Do we have a 3? That would give us yes, we do have a 3, right? 3 by 16. Yes. And we have a 4. Yes, 4 by 9. That gives us 36. Any other number? 5? No. 6, yes, 6 by 6. That also gives us what? 36. Any other number? 7? No. 8? No. 9? Yes, but we already have it here. Repeating, right? So we just have to stop here, right? So then, what are the factors of 36? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 16, 18, and 36. Now remember, this question is not asking us to find factors, right? It's asking us to find how many, yes? How many factors does 36 have? So all what we just have to do is we just have to count our factors, yes? So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes? So 36 has 9 factors, yes? Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you guys have learned how you can find factors of a certain number, yes? And also know what a factor is, yes? I'll see you in my next lesson.